Welcome back to more Castlevania Aria of Sorrow. So last time, we made it through the Chaotic Realm, but yeah, before we had to do that, we had to do battle with Julius Belmont. So yeah, so how on our way, we explored the Chaotic Realm and saw some new enemies, and yeah, we made to the end point of it too. We also filled in the map as well, but anyway, a much higher level because yeah, I am very slow in the game now, so I'm gonna go collect my reward for that. It does say that, yeah, soldering, we don't need you anymore. So instead, we're going to be taking scenes ring for the time being. Everything else I'm happy with, obviously, so yeah. And yeah, I'm using some of the new souls we got, and yeah, Headhunter is looking very nice now. I actually only won the Lightning Doll. So what we need to do here is, yeah, we need to go backwards a little bit to go forwards, basically, so yeah. So yeah, I think I will be using this time. The thing is, though, it is very overpowered, so yeah. So I'm probably going to make the final boss look a bit easy, but at the same time, though, I do have a ton of healing items. I have a lot of MP healing as well, so yeah. So I think I was gonna... So I don't think it was going to be too challenging regardless, so yeah. Anyway, it's in here. This is the Chaos Ring. And the Chaos Ring contains the power of Chaos. It actually boosts our stats, but not as much as the Chaos or the Saints Ring. But the thing is, though, is that now all my soul abilities do not take up MP anymore, and that's of course the overpowered thing. So now I could just use, you know, Red Minotaur, who's very overpowered. I'll keep Black Fan for the timing, and then yeah, I guess Headhunter, although I think I need to switch it out in a bit. But yeah, basically, yeah, the idea is now I could just do this. So yeah, because yeah, Red Minotaur, yeah, Red Minotaur's obviously the big winner here. Because yeah, that's what it does, so yeah. I will be taking advantage of that in the final boss as well. Again, I think it's what most people do if they have the Chaos Ring, so yeah. So I might as well do it myself anyway. So let's go in here. Next part is thinking for the final part. I'll probably show up all the souls, to be honest. I won't need to showcase all of them because yeah, some of them are just passive effects that I could just explain, so yeah, it shouldn't take too long. So yeah, so now we need to go down here, most likely need to sink up the water. Actually no, not yet. So yeah. Like I said, yeah, this Red Minotaur's yeah, quite stunning to be honest. A lot of other souls obviously come a lot better too, but yeah. Yeah, 1000 damage and that massive AoE, yeah. It's definitely, yeah, one of the best souls in the game. That's dang sure. I think it's pretty well equipped for the final boss too, so yeah, we're gonna be taking much of that. Now here, yeah, I need to sink under the water here, so let's do that. So I've got trying there. That'll also help us get through here much quicker too than Red Minotaur. So there we go. I did find a lot of souls I actually end up quite liking, so yeah, that'll be fun to talk about in the next part. But for the time being, yeah, let's focus on the final boss. Yeah, that obviously does really help. Let's keep super jumping up. Get away from these erronesses, there we go. Then go up here. And yeah, we have to go through here, I believe. Hey, this guy, yeah, he's actually weak to Holy, but yeah, I probably should, you know, keep doing that. We can heal before the final boss, so that's the problem. But yeah, this is actually one of the few times you probably don't want to use this sword, to be honest, but anyway. So he's gone now. We'll get rid of Stolas here. I guess I should mention about the soul grind. Yeah, it took me, I don't know how long exactly, but I felt like it took around 6 hours. Again, maybe I'm incorrect about that, but yeah. It wasn't as bad as I thought. I think, yeah, again, having soldering really helped. You can also equip a soul that increases your luck as well. That can also help out too. I'm not so sure if it actually helps because, like I said, yeah, some sources I read about the stats that it might be bugged in this game. But yeah, that's the thing though, it might be bugged. We're actually not really sure, so yeah. Anyway. And again, yeah, that just does as much as my regular attack, so I might as well just use my regular attack, right? So yeah, there we go. And yeah, we can kill them, why not? Now we jump up here, go over here, jump up here, underwater here. And yeah, here's the last save point, so let's use it. Now that we had the Chaos Ring, although the thing is, though, is that for our next fight, we actually want to lose, because that's how we get the bad ending of the game, so I guess I'll just show that by taking a lot of damage. Yeah, it'll probably be easier if I don't, you know, it'll probably be easier if I don't equip or anything, but that's okay. I mean, yeah, I can do that technically. Like so. Let's check it out. Like I said, yeah, if I lose this, I get the bad ending, so I might as well show it. I'm finally here. I wonder if I can do this alone. You're not alone. What? Everyone remaining in the castle combined their powers to contact you. Does that mean they all know that I'm Trackler? Yes, Arcado told us everything. I bet they're all afraid of me. No, not at all. At first you're shocked, but everyone believes you'll get through this. I'm gonna send you a message from them now. Listen. You'll visit my shop again, won't you? I'll be waiting for you. Good morning, Summer. I just heard about what happened to you. I told you this before. You are who you are, and you mustn't let him win. To the man who beat me, don't disappoint me now. It's your last chance and ours as well. I'm counting on you. They're all rooting for me. You can do it because I believe in you. Mina. Alright, here I go. Yeah, I can't unequip, so I could do that. But anyway, here's the final boss. Unfortunately, he takes all our souls away. So we need to go get them back, as you see here. Oh wait, never mind. Actually, can I still use souls? I wonder. I guess we'll find out when I actually do this, but yeah, I can also unequip everything. And like I said, yeah, let's try to learn how this thing attacks, and then yeah, we'll how this fight goes, I guess, and then yeah, we'll just lose because again, you get the banding if you lose. Yeah, his attacks are kind of crazy, but then again, I don't have anything equipped right now, so yeah. But yeah, I assume that if it doesn't unequip the soul, that means that yeah, if it doesn't unequip the soul, that just means that yeah, they probably don't have any effect anymore. But yeah, we did get our blue souls back. To be fair, yeah, Sora with just his bare fists and no equipment is doing a pretty decent job, not gonna lie. I mean, not really trying to dodge attacks either. But there you go. So if you die in this fight, you get the bad ending. And it's really interesting, as you see here. Sorry, could be waiting. Time to keep that promise I made you. Yeah, Summer becomes Dracula, basically. And you get the credits, so that's kind of interesting. It's very similar to Symphony, I believe. And also, I think the music's full set too. I can't remember exactly, but yeah. But again, I find that kind of interesting. Again, it's kind of similar to what Engage did with its bad ending, basically. You had to lose the final battle, although it's much harder to do in that game. So yeah. Again, it's interesting, you know, seeing what are the stakes what are the stakes for this final battle, you know? That's kind of why I like bad endings like this, to be honest, so yeah. Again, yeah, there's all sorts of ways to do bad endings, that's why I think I find them quite interesting, to be honest, so yeah. And yeah, again, this game, yeah, it's quite interesting. I also like the fact that, yeah, the first ending you get, the good ending, it's actually not a bad ending. I actually found that kind of interesting too. Like, yeah, it's still, you know, you still, you know, get out, but there still feels like there's unfinished business, you know, so yeah. But yeah, about the ending too, I'm very sure, yeah, it's obviously similar to Symphony of the Night, because yeah, that's where, you know, Dracula has his infamous voice dialogue, and he drops the line of the glass of wine there, so yeah. So yeah, interesting stuff. Maybe. Let's hope I can do better this time. I mean, this time I will actually have a weapon, so that'll help. I feel like the music is the same as the good ending. I'm not so sure though, but anyway. So with that done, yeah, let's actually end this. Let's get the best ending now. So yeah, let's set data. Alright, so yeah, let's think about what I want to quit. So yeah, again, Ramator, as you can probably tell by how the battle starts, pretty good. But this, good question, because there's a lot of things we could do. Like we can add the dudes that help us fight, like Creaking Skull and stuff. But yeah, probably yeah, I'll try good old Skyfish maybe. And then for this, Headhunter, but also let's not forget Lubricant over here. Because yeah, when I get low on health, Lubricant becomes very strong. So yeah, let's not forget about that. Let's go with this. I think this is a pretty standard set that most people use, so yeah. Anyway, I do like this scene too, to be honest. The fact that, yeah, Soma is not alone, obviously. He's got the help of everyone we met on this adventure, except for Graham, obviously, so yeah. It goes so that, yeah, he's definitely more than just, you know, Tracker, you know, so yeah. But yeah, let's give this a good fight. Like I said, yeah, it starts off with them taking the souls. I assume that, yeah, we can't use our abilities here, so we need to do something about that. If I get the red one, then yeah, that will help us out a lot. And yeah, their attacks are interesting. A lot of projectiles and stuff like that, so yeah, anyway. So now I should be able to do that. And yeah, if I get low on health, I think at this point, like I got them all back, very nice. So now I'm going to be doing a lot better. But yeah, right until yeah, kind of crushed that phase. We'll save it across the next phase. Looks like they're kind of find the Eclipse. They find Chaos now. So most likely, I mean, I could also do this. I don't know if I actually have to attack that thing in the middle. But anyway, I am a little bit injured. Let's see if Lubricant's better now. It's slightly better, so let's go with that. Yeah, I just see that, yeah. Compared to Headhunter, yeah, it's quite strong, to be honest. You don't even need to be that much damage, and yeah, I think that's it. Yeah. Remetal's kind of broken, isn't it? And yeah, like I said, even without the Chaos Ring, I could just keep healing my MPs, so yeah. But anyway. That'll be that. So yeah, we managed to fight Chaos, and then yeah, we managed to make Arcado's plan work, so that's awesome. Hello Summer, congratulations. I got another job I must attend to, so I have to go now. When I heard that you were Tracker, I was shocked. I was also just waking up, you know. If you think about it though, everything turned out okay. I'll never forget your strength and courage. And I haven't thanked you yet for rescuing me, so thanks. You're like a younger brother to me. It was fun, I hope we meet again. Goodbye. Hey, much obliged for your business at my shop. Back at the castle, I realized my true calling. Flying's not for me. I think I'll quit the army and open up a shop sometime soon. Promise you I'll come. I'll give you a good deal. He fought well. When he fled the castle, I felt the power from vampire killer fading away. I don't know what that means, but I won't have to do anything for the time being. Farewell, when we meet again. The path he took was the most challenging one. He did well. For good to be good, evil is an absolute necessity in this world. In the future, someone may follow again in Dracula's dark footsteps. At that time, perhaps we'll meet again. Farewell. In my mother's name, I send thanks to you. Wake up! Wake up! Wake! Of course, yeah, had to be Mina as the last one. Wake up! Wake up, Soma! Soma, oh thank God! I was so worried about you. Arakawa told me that you would be okay, but I was worried. I thought you would never wake up. heard everybody's voices. You saved my life again. Again? Yes, I couldn't have won the last battle by myself. Everyone's kind words and encouragement led me to victory. I'm so glad that your experience didn't change you. But it did change me. In what way? I'm a lot cooler now. Yeah, you have changed. The old Summer would never have said that. Remember, inside of me, Dracula's power lies sleeping. It may not be evil anymore, but it's definitely changing. It's okay. If anything ever happens again, everyone will rush to your aid. That's right. I guess they will. Look, the eclipse has ended. Your kind words give me the strength to win. Thanks. And yeah, that's the true ending. So now I actually get to talk about this game. I guess, yeah, that final boss, yeah, we didn't get to see much of what they did, but again, that just goes to show how overpowered you can get in this game with, you know, the right souls and stuff. So yeah, especially, you know, Red Metal is just so crazy. Like, yeah, it costs 150, but there's a reason why it costs 150, obviously, so yeah. And yeah, like I said, yeah, even if I didn't have the Chaos Ring, I could have just, you know, used all my MP healing items, so yeah. No problemo. To just, you know, keep the Red Myrtle train going, so yeah. But anyway. So yeah, I think it is a cool idea for a final boss, you know, someone having to fight Chaos over there, so that he doesn't, you know, completely get overtaken by Dracula, obviously, so yeah. Again, that's a cool idea, but anyway, let's talk about the game a little bit too, so yeah. So yeah, Castlevania Aria of Sorrow, I'm thinking maybe we do the Souls this time, because again, I did blaze through that final battle a lot quicker than forward, so yeah. Anyway, but again, I was expecting not too challenging of a fight, so yeah. Because I was a lot higher leveled, obviously, I'm level 71 now, so, but anyway, we'll talk about the game a little bit. Again, Aria of Sorrow, yeah, I knew that this game was really well liked, but yeah, I ended up enjoying it more than I thought I would, to be honest. I do like, yeah, everyone's there in the good ending, so yeah, the best thing, should we say. Second, yeah, Aria of Sorrow, yeah, there's just a lot to like with this game. Like, yeah, gameplay-wise, there's a lot of variety to it, obviously, with the different weapons, the different souls, obviously. It is a little bit, again, it is still, you know, luck-based. Like, yeah, you still have some luck-based aspects of the souls, obviously. But yeah, again, though, there's a lot of variety, a lot of different weapons, obviously, so yeah. So that's why, again, this game proved very enjoyable to me, so yeah. And yeah, also, yeah, just, I feel like Metroidvania's also growing me too. Again, like I said, I did play Metro Fusion while I was doing most of this playthrough, and again, I really enjoyed playing that too. So I think it is something that I tend to like now as well. Of course, I really liked Dread, that's why I kind of want to try more Metroidvanias, so yeah. But anyway, and again, the story's pretty good too. It's a pretty interesting twist on what a regular Castlevania game was. And yeah, before that, yeah, we also had some other good twist stories like Symphony of Night as well, so yeah. And yeah, some again, seeing him develop across the game too is really cool, and then, you know, seeing him, you know, being able to overcome the final battle thanks to all the allies he's made on this journey too, that was also really cool as well, so yeah. So yeah, I like this game a lot. And I can't wait to, you know, try out more games in this series too, so yeah. One day. I think I might talk about that in the next part when I talk about my thoughts on the project anyway, so if I'm going to shovel the souls, this is the place to do it, because there's a nice open room, so yeah. So we'll take out Mr. Shadow Knight here. Yes, again, there's a lot of cool souls that I got during the grind that I can't wait to show off, so yeah. And of course you can reap the mirror souls with some favorites, so yeah. So yeah, let's start down the list with the bullet type souls. So yeah, we got Lightning Doll, which, as it says there, discharges lightning from its fingertips for 46. Although it's not going to cost anything for me. This is really good. You can kind of spam it, and it also hits multiple times. I use this one quite a bit during the grind, so yeah. I quite like that one. Then of course there's Red Myrtle. Slings an oversized axe. The range is ridiculous, and the damage is too, so yeah. That's why I used the fireball, so yeah. But anyway, after that we got Demon Lord, unleashes a furious barrage of magic upon enemies. You can fire like 2 at a time. Or maybe only like a certain amount could be on screen. This does do pretty decent damage, but yeah. Not as, crazy as some other options, obviously. But hey, it only costs 38. Then we got Elemental ability to swap HP and MP of enemies. Of course, you need this to kill the Iron Golem because of how its stats are like, so yeah. And it gets is quite nice, like of course the Minotaur. Then of course we got a classic Winged Skeleton, Rose Spears. This is the first sword in the game, and it's not bad for what it is. You can use it against the final boss, or first boss, it should be saying no problem, so yeah. Quite like that one. Then after that we got Bat. Attacks using Supersonic Waves. This one's also kind of nice early on because you can kind of use it in the air when you're getting surround stuff. It's not too bad for what it is. Then after that we got Skeleton, Broke Bones. Which allows you to basically attack above you, which is not too bad. Then after that we got Merman, fires a water pistol. Again, the range of this is not too bad to be honest. It's just that you can't really spam it. So yeah, range is not too bad. If you get the silly one, it's quite nice. And then after that we got Axe Armor, throws axes at enemies. Not too bad that one. It's just like you don't really have one on screen at a time. But again, range is not bad, and it acts like a boomerang, so that's not too bad. Like I keep saying. Then after that we got Skull Archer. Fires enchanted arrows. You can kind of spam this one a little bit, which is kind of interesting. It's like you can get this one very early, and it could be kind of decent, so yeah. Anyway, after that we got Killer Fish, which won't do anything for us here. Attacks enemies in the water, perishes when out of water, as you see here. But yeah, in water, which I guess I can show by going up here. It basically goes straight forward. It's quite interesting. But of course, out of water, it can't really do much, so yeah. But anyway, after that, we got Blue Crow. Attacks like flying crows at enemies. It has kind of a strange range to it, and yeah, see that, the damage is okay. Again, this is an early game soul, so of course it's not going to do great against an enemy like this, but that's okay. But anyway, so it'll kill you. I am a little bit damaged, so now, Lubricant's probably pretty good, so I might equip him. We'll talk about, again, with the yellow swords, I don't really need to show what they do, so yeah, but anyway. So we did Blue Crow, who's next? Zombie Soldier, throws hand grenades. Again, interesting attack, it's just that it's a little bit slow for my liking, but I think the damage is pretty good early on considering it costs 14. Then after that, we got Ghost. Summon a spirit that will fight evil. Again, I got this one very early and it was pretty useful. I think it even does holy damage too, which a lot of enemies in the game don't like. So yeah, not too bad that one. It's just the homing on it is a little strange. Then we got a funny one here that was never shoved in the main game, Siren. Siren casts a spell upon enemies. You get to hear Sova sing. That's the main good thing about it, so yeah. So there you go. Then after that we got Tiny Devil, creates a blade vortex around its foes. This one I also got kind of early on, it's kind of nice because of how it fans out. Interesting one, it also kind of does home in as well I believe, so yeah. But anyway, after that we got Durga, throws katanas. Yeah, you can basically throw these straight forward. It's not too bad. Again, Durga is an enemy you can find pretty early in the game, so yeah, this one's not too bad either. Now we got Rock Armor, tosses boulders at enemies. Yeah, it does about what you expect. It is a bit of a slow attack, but hey, it can hit things above you, kind of like what Skeleton did earlier, so yeah. And after that, we got Student Witch, one of my favorites. Releases a lethal cut that runs full speed at enemies. And apparently they can be different sizes. I didn't actually know that, so yeah. These are great because, yeah, you know, they run across the ground and hit multiple times. That's really good early on. Now you can get this soul, so yeah. And also cats. But anyway. And it's also not too extensive what it is. But anyway, after that we got Arachne. Ensnares enemies using a sticky web. Not too bad. Decently quick. Interesting arc. Could be nice for catching maybe smaller enemies on the ground, maybe. Although I don't think it does anything like slow them down or anything like that, so yeah. After we got Fleeman hops around madly. Which again, this one has kind of a random arc to it, so yeah, it could be interesting because of that. Now we got Evil Butcher for sharpened butcher knives. The C on this is good. Pretty nice early on considering it only costs 5, so yeah. For what it is, it's pretty strong to be honest. It's just that, yeah, again, Durga does have slightly better one, but again, that one requires, requires a bit more FPs. But anyway, Gun sings hot curry at its foes. It's a thing, alright? Unfortunately, you can't really eat it either, so yeah. So that's a thing. It's pretty funny though. That's why we like it, so yeah. After that, we got, Altair, Summon Hill's Eagles. It's alright. You can kind of spam it too, to be honest, which is kind of cool. So that's probably one of its best use cases right there, so yeah. Anyway. Now that we got Mudman, slings mud at enemies. It has an arc, right? Again, if that, like, debilitates enemies, which I doubt, then it could be kind of interesting because of that, but yeah. Now that we got Cockatrice, fires a beam of petrification. I assume this can petrify. You can kind of spam it too. But yeah, I think the main use is trying to get enemies on the ground like this, I think. So yeah. Anyway. After that we got Werewolf. Creates a fountain of magical fire. The ranges are very good, but one thing about it is that it's kind of similar to the Holy Waller's sub-weapon, so yeah, that's kind of interesting. In Castlevania, should be saying. Then after that we got Harpy. Shoots at razor-like feathers. The interesting thing about this one, it fires behind you, so that's interesting. And I hope I'm not missing any of them out because again, the way this orders is kind of weird. So yeah. So yeah, let's see what we got next. We did Harpy, so yeah, now it's Une. Buries landmines for its turf. Which, yeah. Interesting. You also kind of spam it too, which is kind of interesting, so yeah. If an enemy doesn't move around that much, it could actually do a lot of damage. If you have the MP, obviously. So yeah. Then we got needles, throws mines into the air that explode at fixed intervals. Which, yeah. Better, quite a better one, to be honest. If you have the MPs, so yeah. Interesting. Once again. Then after that we got Man-Eater, shoots a ripple laser. This one's kind of weird. I'm not so sure how good this is, but I guess the range is kind of small, but hey. I can see it doing some decent damage, so yeah. Anyway, after that, let's see. Ukabak. So it's Fire's emitter. Which, yeah. Again, it's alright, but again, like I said, yeah, it's kind of similar to some other ones you saw. It's not very direct, is the thing. So, yeah. Then after that, we got, who is next? Fishhead shoots fireballs. Which, yeah, I'm gonna have to wait for these ones. Yeah, you can't really go wrong with this one. This one's pretty simple. It's kind of similar to Durga's one that we saw earlier. Then after that, we got this Scammer shreds enemies to bits with a spinning disc. This one's kind of weird because it's fast though. That is one cool thing about it. Yes, yeah, it doesn't really work how the enemy does, so yeah. It's more of a close range attack. So that's kind of interesting. Then after that, we got Nightmare. Summon Nightmares to use as weapons. Yeah, you summon the horse. It's kind of, I guess it's kind of similar to the cats. It's interesting again. So yeah. After that, we got Slime. Hell Slime Balls enemies. Which again, this one kind of bounces, which is kind of interesting. Could be interesting in more enclosed spaces. And it looks like you can have two at once, so yeah, that's good to know. I've had this some like my weapon that's very similar to it, so yeah. Anyway, after that we got Dryad. Grows stronger by stealing HP from its enemies. Like the Dryad enemy, if this connects, you basically drain the enemy's HP, which is actually kind of cool to be honest, if you can get this kind of early on. Well, the Dryad is kind of a late game enemy, so yeah. Because you can get around, you know, the underwater reservoir. Again, I like the idea of it, because again, it kind of does what the enemy does, so yeah. Now then we got Ripper, stabs enemies with a bloodsoaked knife. It's pretty similar to Evil Butcher, except I assume it's a lot stronger, so yeah. So that's kind of interesting. Then after that, we got, Werejaguar, packs extremely powerful Straight Punch. So there you go. Not too bad. It's pretty similar to another one, we'll see later. Then after that, we got Weretiger, packs extremely powerful Uppercut. Again, kind of a short range option. But yeah, if it does a lot of damage, then yeah, it could be a fun close range option. Anyway, other than that though, we got another one I quite liked. Bifron shoots out a series of exploding fireballs. This one's basically werewolf but good. You can use this instead of the cats if you want something a little bit short range, but a bit more powerful. So yeah, I quite like that one. That one's definitely one I could recommend. So yeah. Now that we got Mandragora, this is another interesting one. Kills enemies with Scream. I assume, yeah, this one is kind of a Screen Nuke-esque one. So that's kind of interesting. Could be nice again, just, you know, clearing up fodder enemies really easily. So yeah, but it does cost a lot of MPTs. So yeah. So that's the downside. Then we got Beam Skeleton, fires a deadly beam. And this is kind of similar to another one, but it is kind of short range. I wonder if it can hit multiple times. Because that would make it kind of interesting if it did, so yeah. Anyway, after that, we got Skull Million. We could send me its Poison Claws. Which, yeah, that one's alright. Close range option again, so yeah. So it could be interesting because of that. And also, yeah, it could probably poison too. But anyway, other than that, we got Giant Skeleton. This is another funny one. Throws Giant Skulls. Yeah, does that right. Okay, kind of short range, kind of decent damage. It's more goofy than anything, so yeah. Anyway, other than that, we got Gladiator throws wheels at enemies. Again, this one's kind of similar to the cuts. And he kind of have physics to it too, so that's kind of interesting. And you can throw two of them at once, so that's good to know. Yeah, I think the cuts are better though, in my opinion. Although these ones probably do a lot more damage, so yeah. So it's a give or take. Then after that we got Demon Lord, unleashes a furious barrage of... Actually no, did we already show this one? I think we did. Let me make sure. Kind of like that showing it again, so there you go. We definitely showed that before, so that's kind of weird. But yeah, other than that then would probably be Flame Demon then. Burns enemies to a crisp with its ultra hot flames. Yeah, this one is like another tracker attack. This one's not too bad, and you also need to get this one too for the best endings, so yeah, it's quite important. Anyway, so at the Flame Demon, we're gonna have Marisha Lightning Doll. Then there's Valkyrie, here's another interesting one, slash enemies with sword. The range is interesting. Kinda a lot in front of you. You can also use it mid-air too, which is really cool too. Didn't get to use that one that much, but it does seem really interesting. And yeah, I can't just prefer these a Greek skull. So yeah, for MP. Now I got bomber armor, outstanding amount of destructive power. It costs a lot, and you just throw a cartoony looking bombs. So there you go. I think it's a much better version of the zombie soldier. Anyway, after that, then we've got Red Meteor showed. Then we got Legion, fires and rear lasers. This is another good one, considering this comes from a boss. But again, you need to kill. This is the only soul in the game that's potentially visible. But yeah, good range, good power. That one's a pretty decent one. Especially because yeah, you don't need grind for it, as long as you kill Legion properly by killing all the segments. So that's great. That's why I quite like that one. But after that, we got Below, another extensive one. Packs a Deadly Punch though. Like I was kind of saying before, this one's kind of like the Falcon Punch, so yeah, that's why I like it. Then after that, we got a funny one, I believe. Killer Doll, yeah. Mesmerizes the enemy. You throw these adorable, Minotaur or adorable Summerdol, and these actually distract the enemies, which is very funny, so yeah. They'll go after them and then they'll start attacking them as if they were you, so yeah, that's really cool. So yeah, that one's another one of my favorites. Really wish I got to show that one earlier, but that's okay. After that, we got Nemesis. Cloaking Shield makes you invisible before enemies' eyes. This one I assume has a similar purpose. With this up, I assume that, yeah, enemies won't see you anymore, so then you can just, attack them normally. Costs quite a lot of MP, but yeah, that is a pretty good effect. So yeah, you can attack enemies from behind when normally they wouldn't allow you to. So yeah, I can definitely see some decent use case for that one. Now, then after that, we got, we also have Killer Mantle. So yeah, next up, a Kuma Demon. Temporary invincibility. With the Chaos Ring, I can see this one being very good. So yeah. But of course, you can't do anything else other than that, though, is the thing. So yeah. And yeah, last one then is going to be Chronomage. Also very expensive, but allows you to stop time. This stops most enemies in the game except for boss, I believe. So yeah, and of course you need to go Flying Fish. So yeah, that should be all of them. I'm probably going to go back to, the good old Red Minotaur. So there we go. Let's talk about Blue Souls. Starting with Black Panther. Generate Shockwaves while you dash. And you get this one in the main story, so yeah. And of course the Impressor. I like this one a lot because you just, dash around at high speed. It just, keeps your move speed up. That's why I quite like it a lot, so yeah. This one's definitely a favorite of mine. But anyway, after that, we got Shadow Knight. His shadow fights beside him. So you got this guy, and he attacks alongside you. So that's kind of cool. And this is the last soul I got too, because the Shadow Knight in this room was the one who gave it to me. So yeah. Man, that's what a lot of these blue souls are going to be. Again, they kind of protect you and stuff. So yeah. Then yeah, other than that, we got Great Armor. Strength is increased by 120%. As long as you hold this, you have 120% strength, so that's kind of cool. But if you let go of it, you don't have the strength boost anymore. It's kind of interesting because, of course, there's another similar soul to it. Then after that, we got Alistair. Summons Alistair, the familiar. You basically summon the enemy Alistair as an ally, so yeah, he has very similar attacks, so yeah. Pretty cool, just having a giant sword helping you out, so yeah. Then after that we got Big Golem. This one's really funny. Punches enemies. You get this guy just, protect you from behind, so yeah. It's quite funny. Yeah, again, like I said, the souls in this game, yeah, they're just amazing, so yeah. Just how much variety there is, so yeah. Then after that we got Flying Armor. This one you get very early on in the game. Falling Seed slows down and jump distance increases. You basically use this to travel around earlier on, but now at this sort of game though, we have a lot of other ways we can move around, so yeah. But again, like I said, it does what it needs to early on, so yeah. After that we got Giant Bat. Well, one of the ones that replaced it. Transforming the bat gives you the ability to fly. And yeah, one of the cool things about this one is that if you have Flame Demon as your bullet soul and Succubus as your yellow soul, then yeah, you can shoot fire with this, which is really cool. Not a bad way to attack enemies from a distance, so yeah. But of course, one of the main reasons I use this, because again, the main game, is to be able to make these really high jumps, so yeah. So there we go. After that, we got Bua. Creates a revolving wall of fire. So now, yeah, you can put up the shield of fire, basically. Kind of interesting. And you can cancel it, obviously, by pressing R again. Could be interesting early on, considering that, yeah, that's an early game enemy. Now that we got Witch, repels bullets with shield. So yeah, I guess 118 they deal with projectiles, right? So yeah. Could be interesting, once again. Witch isn't found that. It's found pretty early on, so yeah. And then we got Giant Ghost, provides a protective barrier. This one's kind of similar to Witch in a way, you know, you just can't protect yourself, take less damage. Kind of interesting, once again. Then we got Final Guard, guards against enemy attacks. You hold this and then yeah, you can guard enemy attacks. Pretty simple stuff. So yeah. If you think you're about to take damage, that one's probably a good one to pop. So yeah. Down there we got Catopulus, breathes a petrifying cloud into the air. So yeah, again, I assume you could use... I mean, this is not too bad for damage, to be honest, at close range, so yeah. Interesting. And also, yeah, you can probably petrify too, so yeah. Then after that, we got Boombilla, radiates flame. Which, yeah, that's basically what Catopulus does, so yeah. But I assume, again, it's probably pretty strong. And again, Blue Souls, I should mention, they scale off the int stat. Interesting enough, so yeah. The Red Souls, they scale off your strength, so yeah. Anyway, all that, we got King Naza, one I wish I used more often because it's funny. That's the reason why you use it. The voice clip. But hey, you gotta do that, basically, you know, attacks along with you. You don't even need to attack from to attack, which is kind of interesting for a Blue Soul, so yeah. But yeah, you're using it for that voice clip. So there you go. Anyway, so after that, we got Creaky Skull. Probably my favorite soul in the game, to be honest. And yeah, let's read his description, obviously. Supports a bar from behind. Yeah, he attacks when you attack, and he has very good range. He does a lot of damage. What's not that to like? And also, yeah, this comes with the first boss in the game, so if you get lucky and get that, then yeah, you basically got an amazing soul throughout the whole game. So yeah, that's awesome. Then after that, we got Medusa, the ability to stop a midair. This one's actually pretty useful because, yeah, you can attack enemies with a regular tap just like this, so yeah. Really nice. And it also makes Balor very easy, so yeah. Who's next? Persephone. As all enemies hit you with a magical item. Yeah, you can basically do this, attack the enemy, and you get some HP back for doing it too. It's awesome. Demon Vacuum Clear, so yeah, there you go. That's why we like it so much. Then we got another interesting one. Alurune. Restores health. You see that? Well, you get 10 HP back. But of course, it costs a lot of MP to use that, so yeah. So yeah, but I can definitely see that being on the more broken ones with the Chaos Rings, so yeah. After that, we got a series of similar ones. We got Devil, transforms a demon that rushes at enemies. And this one does what you expect. This is one of the souls that allows you to get into the forbidden area. There you go. And we're about to talk about another one that does that too. Manticore, the second boss in the game, transforms the magical beast that rushes at enemies. So there you go. And these ones are fun against regular enemies too, just, you know, pulverizing them while you rush ahead. Pretty cool stuff. Then after that, we got, well, the third one that does this, Curly or Kali. Transforms to a demon that rushes at enemies. Actually, I'm not supposed to use it too. So there you go. Generally, Kali is the one that's preferred because you can get her earlier than the other two. And also, yeah, probably a bit easier to use, so yeah. But yeah, those three are pretty similar. Then after that, we got another very cool one, Skyfish. While praying both luck and strength increase one moment. Basically, yeah, you can hold it down, and then there you go. You get a strength and luck boost, so that's really cool. I don't know if it actually, displays. It doesn't seem like it does, so yeah, that's kind of interesting. It's kind of similar to the Great Armor, I believe it was. Yeah, but you don't have to hold down the button while using it, which is kind of interesting. Then after that, we got Imp. Sounds Imp the Familiar. Yeah, you get an Imp that helps you out now, so that's cool. Again, probably Alistair's a bit better, but hey, you get this on me early in the game, obviously, so yeah. Then after that, we got obviously Alistair, so that means the last one is Death. Attacks enemies using sickles. Yeah, this one just, automatically tracks down enemies. It's quite nice because of that, so yeah. And yeah, that's it for the blue souls, and yeah. Again, Skyfish is probably a cool one, we'll take that one. Now let's talk about yellow souls, which I don't need to equip to basically talk about what they do. I guess we'll start with Lubricant. This is a very strong. Gain strength as it loses HP. Yeah, you don't even need to lose that much HP for this to raise your stats. And if you have really low health, yeah, you're gonna be very strong. So yeah, this is definitely one of the best yellow souls in the game. That's the thing, sure. Then on that we got Schooler. As to walk while underwater, yeah, you need this to complete the game, obviously. Then you got another one that we get from our boss, Headhunter. Collect souls to increase strength. Yeah, this one's just going to keep getting strong as you go throughout the game. If you're on high HP, it's better than Lubricant too. So yeah, this one's very important because a lot of these boost stats, as you're going to see. But it doesn't boost luck, as you see that. That's where Gremlin could come into play. This is the highest luck boost in the game. It gives you +8 luck. Again, I don't know if luck actually helps you get souls in this game, but if it does, then yeah, you obviously want to get this one as one of your first ones. So yeah. Then you got Undine, allowing you to walk on water surfaces. You get this before Schooler, again, allows you to progress more in the game. Then we got Zombie Officer. Again, I wasn't really sure how this one works. Jumping while taking damage restores health. Again, I'm not really sure what that does, but hey, it sounds interesting. Iron Golem. Withstand a lot of damage without flinching. This sounds really good. And again, I'm not really sure how good, but again, just being able to use a regular attack more often with this equipped, that sounds really good. Then we got Dead Warrior. I think this one isn't considered that good. The blink normal attacks by pressing up and B. Yeah, I wasn't sure about that one. Again, it sounds like the Zombie Officer one, where it sounds very situational. Then you got Peeping Eye. Identifies breakable walls. Too bad I got this one at the end of the game, before I got all the breaking walls, but it's okay. It is what it is, but if you get this one earlier, it can make exploration a lot easier because you know where the hidden areas are. Then you got Succubus. As all as enemies HP when ordinary attack is delivered. Yeah, this one's also really nice too, and you need to get this one obviously for the best setting too. Yeah, again, just being able to absorb enemy HP with just your regular attack, that's nice. Flesh Golem enjoys eating the odd things. This allows you to make better use of rotten food items. You actually got a decent amount with them thanks to this, so yeah. Then you got Tsuchinoko, allows you to buy goods at cheaper prices. Again, I think it's 20% discount, because of course, soldering normally costs 300,000, this puts it down to 240,000, so yeah. Getting this on before you get the soldering is very nice. Then you got Chime 1, when monsters' HP are gradually restored. Again, that one's not too bad either. Again, it's basically like if you want to recover your MP but also HP at the same time, you can just equip this, wait around for a bit, and then there you go. Then you got Wooden Golem, Sickle Witch. MP recovery is increased. Again, if you're just, exploring, this could be quite nice, just so, again, you have a way to get your MP back easier. Zombie becomes strong when poisoned. I assume that poison normally reduces your attack power, so I guess this will actually increase instead. That's kind of interesting. Then goes to Lubricant. Basculus. Basculus is kind of weird. Defensive strength increases and offensive strength decreases. You basically become extremely tanky at the cost of your attack, so yeah. Then you got Airness, late game enemy that boosts your XP rate or XP points by 20%. Well, it says 120%, but yeah. Could be nice if you want to grind, but I don't think it's that necessary because you can make the game at pretty low levels, to be honest. So yeah, and if you're gonna go for every soul anyway, you don't really, need those extra levels she gives you. So yeah, unless you really, if luck does increase soul acquisition rate, then yeah, having her on and just getting to really high levels for better luck, I can see that being kind of nice. Anyway, then we got Mimic. Increases money as damage is incurred. You basically use this as a money grind trick in the clock tower because of the spikes. So yeah. Then you got Arc Demon restores MP as damage is inflicted upon him. Again, I'm not really sure what this means exactly. I assume either you take damage, you get MP back, or does it drain MP maybe? I'm not so sure. Then we got these ones here. Poison one, immune to poison. This one took a long time to get. I assume that, again, it's probably because of this effect. Just straight up immune to poison. Not too bad. Ectoplasm gives you ability curses. Curses drain your MP, so this could be nice to prevent. Gargle gives you immunity to petrification, which again, that's really good, especially in the clock tower, where you can't get it that early, I believe. Skeletonite, strength is increased by 4. Not a bad effect early on, considering that's an early game enemy. Then you got Minotaur, which increases by 8. Then you got Golem, which increases by 12. And then you got Triton, which increases by 16. Again, basically how these goes is, well, you equip whatever you're able to get at the point in the game you're at, so yeah. And you always want Triton because it gives the best. Now you got the con increases, White Dragon by 4, Quetzalcoatl by 8, Gorgon by 12, Dead Crusader by 16. So yeah, there you go. Then we got the Int, so yeah, Con, Constitution I believe, increases your defense, so it's nice for that. Then we got Int, this increases your blue soul damage, Recro gives you 4, Live gives you 8, Bale gives you 12, and Stolas gives you 16. So yeah. So again, you could use these, but again, Lubricant again could get a lot stronger than these, so that's the thing. Then we got the other luck boost, Ghost Dancer, increase luck by 4. Again, early on this could be nice because yeah, it gives you that slight better chance of maybe getting souls if again luck actually does increase that. So yeah, that's all the souls of the game. As you can see that yeah, you can tell why I like this game because yeah, there's so much variety with those, and of course you have the weapons too to consider as well, and maybe your armor too, because some are better offensively and some better defensively. So yeah, so much variety in this game, and that also goes for the accessories too. I didn't even talk about something like synergies, like the Sherman ring, I believe. It gives you EXP while you walk, so I guess you can equip Aranus. You get more EXP from that, so that's kind of interesting. So yeah. So again, definitely a lot to like with how the souls work in this game, so yeah. And glad that I got to show them all off in this part while I also got the final boss, so yeah. But anyway though. So that done, yeah, one more part to go. I show some more little extras, and then I also give my final thoughts, so yeah. So look forward to that, and I'll see you guys again for that.